Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast, episode number 320. We are presented exclusively, of course, by our good friends over at the Debate Network. It is show number one of our big triple header over at Circle of Debate. Later on at 7 p.m. Central, it is the AEW Dynamite watch party, and then at 9:30 Central Time, it is All Elite Dirt Sheet. And I will be joining TK and De Niro for that. So I will have to watch AEW as much as it hasn't really been intriguing me lately. And then the whole thing last week with Darby winning the title. Of course, I gave my little thoughts on their show and whatnot. So I will be joining them later on as well. So you will see me again later. But I'm your host, Dylan Abear. And of course, with me as always, time to play the game. Is of course the real Triple J. Jordan. What is going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. That video gets me every time.
Such an old picture too. That was like during the COVID times, whenever it's like all day, every day we just sit outside and drink because we couldn't go anywhere.
I think it was like WrestleMania weekend whenever I took that picture.
Probably so. Your memory is a lot better than mine. So I would say probably. And then, of course, this week, not in the hospital this time, we got our guy, the rock hard man himself.
Rock hard! Only am I rock hard. I me to go to sleep. I'm not tired. I'm fully rested.
Blaine, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm finally at the hospital from my surgery, recovering, trying to get back on my feet. Just ready to talk some wrestling.
My fucking cat got into the room, dude. I don't even know how she got in. Move, bro. And then, of course, if mine would let me pick her up, then it would be nice. But she's still in that kitten phase where she'd probably kill me if I tried. So that's not going to happen. So it was brought to my attention over the last couple of weeks that I was not playing a certain sound effect for somebody, because his streak is still technically going, even though he is an official member of the show. Move, Simone. Get out of the way. God damn it. She's all over the place. That I have not played a certain sound effect, even though his streak has been going still. So, of course, I am going to play it. Continuing his streak on the show, we got Gary. What's going on, man?
guys. Yeah, I had to complain about it. I hadn't heard it in like 2 or 3 weeks, but good to be back, as always, and excited for the show tonight.
Yeah, of course. And before we get to our guest, since I'm on Gary and I was given the go ahead to say something, congratulations are in order for Gary. As of Monday, Gary is now an engaged man.
Yay!
Yeah, he already asked somebody to be his best man. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's the only person on this stream that's wearing a green shirt. So,
Yay!
You don't like me enough to do that, so it ain't me.
yeah, so I will be serving as someone's best man for the first time. I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure, so should be a lot of fun though, for sure. Whenever that time does come. So, but then getting to our guest, after a few week absence, he is back on the show. Eli Myers, what's going on, man?
Hey, happy to be back. Yeah, the last few weeks have been kind of crazy over here, so I'm kind of relieved that I got a little me time tonight and be able to enjoy you guys. So,
yeah, absolutely. Steven was in the comments, and he also said for the AEW viewers, yeah, Darby versus Tommaso Ciampa, Ospreay versus Mark Davis tonight. So, seem like we have a lot to look forward to with AEW, as I will be joining the post show. So, I will be checking it out and to get all my notes ready for tonight. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. This was one of the biggest weekends in all of wrestling. I mean, the show of shows, Showcase of the Immortals. We had WrestleMania, Gary's first live WrestleMania to be exact. So I know there was a lot of excitement going into this one for Gary, at least. And of course, a lot of excitement going into this for a lot of us, because it's WrestleMania. I mean, no matter how much you do follow it, you don't follow it, of how much of the WWE that you've been viewing, of course, you have to watch WrestleMania. I mean, WrestleMania, they always say that it's the Super Bowl of wrestling. So the first hour each night aired on ESPN, which was, I think, insane, giving it away for free. The first night they didn't give away the best match, I would say, for the first night. But we're going to dive right into night 1 and night 2. We're going to start off, of course, with night 1 of WrestleMania, going through the entire card and all the events that followed. I'm not looking at the camera, so my cat may pass a couple of times, and I just don't see it. But she's laying on my phone now on the desk, so I think she's all right. We kicked off with the Usos and LA Knight taking down Division and IShow Speed right after the match. It was a 7-minute match. A lot of these matches were not very long except for the main event. And yeah, Gunther and Rollins went almost 18 minutes as well. But right after the match, Logan Paul turns on IShow Speed, getting ready to jump on him on the announcer's table, but then was quickly intercepted by the Usos and LA Knight, which resulted in IShow Speed being the one to get his viral moments at WrestleMania, jumping on to Logan Paul. Then we got the unsanctioned match where Jacob Fatu took down Drew McIntyre. A very fun match, by the way. The Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match for the tag titles was supposed to be the Bella Twins taking down the Irresistible Forces, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. But as we all knew, we knew Nikki Bella was still going back and forth with being cleared or not. She did say that she was going to wrestle, but she came out and on a crutch, and that, of course, gave the speculation of what was already spoiled to us earlier in the day, that Paige had returned to the WWE, and they took down the 3 teams and won the women's tag titles. Becky Lynch defeated AJ Lee to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Gunther beat Seth Rollins by submission after and you guessed it, a returning Braun Breaker spearing the lights out of Seth Rollins. Not once, but twice. He did it during the match and after the match. I'm gonna kill this fucking cat, dude. As I was saying. Liv Morgan beat Stephanie Valkyrie to win the Women's World Championship. Getting to the main event, we of course got the host of WrestleMania for the second time that night, John Cena, and he announced the attendance, which was 50,816. And right after John Cena made that announcement, we get the return of Bianca Belair, who then announced her pregnancy, and then they changed the attendance to 50,817. Then we get the main event where Cody Rhodes retained the undisputed.
Wait. Well, I'm sorry. What was that attendance before she came out?
Well, he just made a joke, and he's added one to it because
Oh,
of the pregnancy.
I got you.
Yeah, and then the main event, dude. This fucking cat is jumping everywhere. I gotta get her out of here after this. Cody Rhodes retained the undisputed championship after some shenanigans with Pat McAfee before the match. During the match, Jelly Roll jumped onto a table with Pat McAfee on it, got him out onto a stretcher. But then later on in the match, where the ref was knocked down, Pat came into the ring with a neck brace and had the ref shirt on, and he gave a very slow count for Randy Orton. I thought he was gonna count fast, whatnot, and that led to Randy Orton RKO and Pat McAfee. And then Cody Rhodes getting the upper hand with a crossroads, and then retaining the championship. But it didn't end right there, because Randy Orton did attack him after the match, hit him with the belt, and then finally got the return of the punt kick, something he has teased for quite some time, and we finally got it back. And Cody's eye, oh man, it looked rough. So while I try to get this cat out of here, Eli, I will let you start with your whole thoughts on night one. What did you think about the show? There was a lot that people were not too happy about. What did you think about it? Did it live up for you? Is there stuff that you would change about it? What did you think about it?
I mean, honestly, the night one to me was great. Yeah, it's WrestleMania. It's always, always something to watch. And for me, like starting out with the 6-man tag, I totally agree. I feel like that was just a way to get iShow Speed more airtime on ESPN2 and kind of get that more exposure to like our younger generation that's always watching them on YouTube. Hey, I know that guy. Oh, he's a wrestler, to get more viewers on the product. Seeing him doing the splash on Logan was great. The unsanctioned was just brutal. Like the way they were going after each other with the chairs and not the lead pipe, but the not screwdriver, but whatever tools that they could get their hands on. And then the Jacob Fatu's version of the BME, or the best moonsault ever, like onto Drew through the table for the win, was great. Then for the women's tag, I mean, yeah, we saw like even on Friday that Paige signed a multi-year deal, and it's like seeing that Nikki wasn't clear, everyone started putting two and two together, and then sure enough, she returns, and then all of a sudden, honestly, I loved every single entrance. All the women's entrances were spot on this year, with Alexa and the Moth and Paige and her reaction. I think someone posted, or Steven posted, to Nia and Lash tributing Demolition while they were in the crowd. It was great. Those women really tore it. And then, yeah, seeing Brie and Paige winning the tag titles, I'm kind of curious on where Nikki's going to fall in this now. If they're going to do like a Freebird rule, or who's going to turn on, who's going to go heel on who, if they're going to keep it Brie and Paige. And then Gunther and Rollins was great. And entrances were phenomenal, especially Rollins while he was smoking whatever that was under his jacket, seemed like all the way to the ring.
Yeah.
And then his demon contacts were amazing.
Yeah.
And then, Breaker on his way, coming back. what a better place to return and spearing Rollins not once but twice than at Mania. The second time, I loved their camera view when they were going like all the way down the ramp with Breaker. I thought that was great. And then as for the main event, and the women's matches were there, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of expected AJ Lee to drop the IC title to Becky. I kind of want to see a feud with Becky and Jessica and see, because it seemed like half the match was them like face to face with each other. Liv Morgan, I don't know about you guys, but her music video, I'm not really a fan of. I'm not really a fan of it, and it seemed like a lot of her that entire entrance when they were all on the ramp, I lost count. And a couple of my friends, we were at a viewing party for it. We started counting how many times that someone touched her tit. We started making like a tally mark. It was actually hilarious. And then the main event. A lot of us were all rooting for Orton. And the way he was being pushed for the past almost month was like, okay, Orton's going to win 15. And then, but with the whole McAfee being gone now because he has a kid in June, and then he has all of his summer stuff going on before he starts college game day again. Part of me I'm surprised Orton lost, but happy to see McAfee. You know, he did his time in NXT, did a great job on commentary for almost, 5-6 years? He was part of WWE technically.
Yeah. So,
I mean, great run for him, and now he can spend more time with family before college game day starts again. Jelly Roll involvement, his elbow through the announcer table was great. And then having McAfee come back like in a freaking neck brace was hilarious to us. Now, the sucky part for us, and I kind of blame my buddy for this. So he, instead of pressing live feed during the show, he accidentally pressed start from beginning.
Oh.
We were a match behind the entire night.
Oh my God.
So when like the 6-man tag was starting, everyone was on the Street Fighter already. So
damn.
like we were a match behind. So then the sucky part, and I felt bad because I'm like the king of spoilers apparently. I kept on getting messages thinking, my wife checking on, seeing how everything's going. No, I'm getting messages from all my other friends being like, hey, did you see this person return? Hey, did you see that finish? It's like, so I was finally on the other end of being spoiled. And the one that was controlling it and accidentally pressed from the beginning was asking me questions or like, hey, what do you think about this? Or what do you think that's going to happen? And I couldn't keep a straight face the entire night. I spoiled 3 matches for him.
Damn.
And, overall great experience. Personally for me, I know for sure we'll get into it, but it looked like night 2 just blew night 1 out of the water.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's Mania. I like it. We're all going to watch it next year when it's in Saudi. So,
yeah, unfortunately. Gary, swinging over to you, man. I mean, like I said, this was your first live show, first live WrestleMania. You've checked out other PLEs, but you knew there was higher expectations for WrestleMania and whatnot. So what did you think about night 1?
Well, not to complain, I thought we were going each match individually, so I'm gonna have to try to remember everything that happened because I was not prepared to just do a full night 1 spiel. But so the first match with the Usos and LA Knight versus IShowSpeed and the Vision I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not a fan of the Vision, and I'm not a super big fan of the Uso brothers either. So I was like, I'm not really looking forward to this match, but um, I actually did enjoy it. The hype was there. Like I was very hype, going into it. Like you said, it was my first live WrestleMania, my first WrestleMania at all, period. But also live event that I got to, share with you guys. I got to be there,
Mhm.
and it was definitely awesome. Uh, I do agree with Eli. I know we're gonna get to it, but I felt like night two was way better than night one. But I actually was not as disappointed with night one as I thought I was going to be. Um, and also, just to be silly and to correct you, technically they didn't beat the Vision and ISHO Speed because technically the Speed helped them to win at the end. So he was kind of like part of the winning team in a way because he
Oh,
swapped
yeah.
sides. So I mean, I thought that was funny. I've been thinking about that since the event. I was like, he turned it on us whenever we predicted. Technically, ISHO Speed didn't lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, so next was Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, which I didn't know what to expect. I had never really seen like an unsanctioned match or like a street fight match, whatever. So I wasn't sure what to expect, but I mean, kind of like Eli said, they took out the toolbox. At one point, he had a wrench and he was like trying to rip the dude's tooth out and stuff. Like, I mean, overall, I was very excited for that match, and I'm not a huge Drew McIntyre fan, so I'm happy to see that Jacob Fatu won that match, and to see what he does next. I feel like we all kind of know where it's going because of what happened last night on Raw and stuff, but um, I'm just excited to see what he ends up doing. So I was pretty happy with that match. Let's see what was next.
The Fatal Four tag match for the women's tag
Oh,
titles.
yeah, that match. I mean, I didn't know really many of the wrestlers. Like, I knew them, but I wasn't like a fan of many of them except for Alexa Bliss. I had predicted last week that hopefully her and Charlotte would win. Um, I enjoyed the match. The only disappointment for me was that the person that I really wanted to win was the person that got pinned. So I was like, damn, man, that sucks, because Alexa was the one that got pinned, and that's how the Bella and Paige ended up winning. I don't remember who it was that was wrestling in that match. Like which Bella sister?
It was Brie.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, they ended up winning. I was a little disappointed because of that. Was it Liv Morgan next?
It was Becky and AJ.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Overall, I was kind of indifferent about that match. I thought AJ was gonna win just because she had won 3 times before, and I thought it'd be funny if I predicted it again because everyone had went against me the last time. But I mean, I'm happy for Becky that she won. I think she did deserve it after losing 3 times, and I was happy that we did get to see the Black Widow. She went for it once, didn't quite get it, and then later in the match she did end up getting it or whatever. But Becky was able to break out, so I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that match was cool. Okay, what was next? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep having to ask. I just don't remember the order.
That's all right. Gunther and Seth Rollins.
That match I really, really, really enjoyed. I thought it was super good. We all kind of had predicted that Gunther was going to win and that Braun Breaker was going to come back. And I mean, watching how like Gunther almost lost like twice, and then all of a sudden, they're fighting outside the ring, and then Braun Breaker just out of nowhere spears Seth. Like, from what I remember, you didn't even really see him coming the first time when he came. And I mean, dude, he was running so fast when he speared Seth. He did a complete front flip just from the momentum. Like, that match was just awesome. I had a huge blast watching that match for sure, and I'm happy for Gunther for winning. I'm glad that Braun Breaker's back because I've never gotten to see him wrestle other than in the Royal Rumble where he was knocked out in 2 seconds. So I thought it was cool for sure. And then watching him just sprint down the thing, and hit him again that second time, and then he started like slowly walking away, and he started to turn around. I thought he was gonna spear him a third time.
Yeah.
Like it was overall that match was really really awesome. Especially like for someone like me that's just getting into it, first WrestleMania. I really enjoyed that match a lot.
The last two is Liv and Stephanie, and then Cody and Randy.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay. The Liv Morgan match. I mean, honestly, I've kind of become a Stephanie fan, and to go off of what Eli said, I'm also not a huge fan of the music video and stuff. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent, but overall, I don't really care for it. And I was kind of hoping, I guess, in a weird way, that because she was branching off and like doing that maybe it would give Stephanie a chance to kind of move in and take the title and have a little, run in the spotlight. I'm overall kind of sad that she did lose, because again, like I'm starting to become a Stephanie fan, and I would have liked to have seen her win that match, but we all kind of knew that Liv Morgan was gonna win. So I mean, I enjoyed the match, but I'm a little disappointed with the outcome. I think, which is my exact same feeling with the next match. Like, I was not a fan of Pat McAfee. You had to explain to me like who he was and stuff. I didn't know who he was, but ever since I saw him on WWE, I was not a fan. And everyone thought Randy was going to win. And then all of a sudden, he's like, all of a sudden, Pat's like, if Randy loses, I'm leaving WWE forever. And then I feel like that kind of like set the nail in the coffin, like that's where everything kind of turned away from Randy winning that match.
Yeah.
Because kind of like what Eli said, he has a bunch of stuff coming up later this year and stuff. And I think, he wanted to get out, so they kind of like hyped it up and made it this big thing. And because of him saying that and all of that, they had to kind of change last minute the outcome because everyone, already thought it was going to be Randy. They'd already put stuff in place to make it seem that way. So overall, I mean, I like Cody. I think he's a good wrestler. I think, it's awesome that he won, but I wanted to see Randy break that record. So him not getting number 15 was really disappointing to me. But I'm glad that Pat McAfee is gone. And also that slam from Jelly Roll into the table where the whole, like all the wood just like shattered out, and the table fell. That was awesome. I was very happy, and I was very sad whenever he came running down the thing with the neck brace, one crutch in his hand, and a ref shirt on. I was like, bro, just get this guy out of here, man. But overall, I'll stop ranting. Overall, I had a really good time watching night 1, but I'm way more excited to talk about night 2, and I definitely enjoyed night 2 a lot more.
Absolutely. We got De Niro in the comments. What's going on, man? Looking forward to joining you and TK later on after AEW. It's going to be a fun time for sure. And also, thanks for joining us last week, man. It was a blast having you on for sure. Blaine, were you able to go back and watch some stuff? I know you had a lot of trouble watching Mania. Like, it was to the point where I kept having to give you like live like feed like of what was going on. Like, did you ever get a chance to like even see highlights or anything, or are you basically going into this pretty blind?
For the first time in about probably ever. So first WrestleMania I haven't watched. I think I only watched one match out of the whole weekend, and that was a free match on ESPN with Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this ESPN deal. This shit is stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm just illiterate. I don't know how to work it, but I just couldn't figure out how to watch it. And so I just gave up and I just started playing PlayStation, man. But I went back and watched a few. Highlights. From what I saw, night 2 was definitely better than night 1. I like the main event. I figured Cody was gonna win, and I didn't say it last week, but I was kind of thinking it. Punk was gonna lose, and then they was gonna move Punk to Rhodes somewhere down the line. So I think that's gonna be a good one. We all knew Liv was gonna win. That was just given. The new theme song sucked, by the way. I don't know if y'all like it, but that shit is trash. It gives me 90s pop girl group.
Yeah, it does.
It gives me that. What else? What else is there? The women's tag match was good as well. I like Eli said. I like the Demolition tribute that they did. I love that Paige is back. But one of y'all was asking earlier what's going to happen when Nikki's clear. I think they kind of probably. I don't know if y'all noticed, but they kind of planted the seed a little bit. How she kept giving Paige a side eye every time they was giving their little flowers or whatever. So I think when Nikki come back, she's gonna basically kick Paige out, and then she's gonna become the tag champ, or they're gonna lose the tag titles, and then they're gonna Nikki and Paige is gonna fight.
I like that. I'm gonna put the blame on Paige.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Now I'm like Gary. What other matches was there?
The only ones you really haven't. Well, I mean, Gunther and Seth, Becky, AJ, the unsanctioned match. The Usos and them. Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking Becky Hogan. We all knew it was going to happen. Becky Hogan. I don't know. I see why they did it, but I don't like it. They should have give AJ another run with the title with somebody else other than Becky. But I think, like Eli said, I think Jessica might take the belt off of Becky. That would be cool, because she did try to be a wrestler.
I love that.
She was trying to be a wrestler, but they moved it to announcer. So I don't know. I don't remember what was the reason why, but I think they're gonna give her another shot in the ring, and she might win the title. Be like a Maxine Dupree type run. Just give her a title for a few weeks and then take it off of her. We all knew, and then the writing was on the wall was Seth and Gunther. Everybody knew what was gonna happen. Everybody knew that Brown was coming back to screw him. So other than that, it was an okay show, but it was, like I always say, it was mid.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think like I was saying, I think night 2 was better than night 1. But with starting with the Usos and ISO, the Vision and ISO Speed, yeah, I think it was like giving, like Eli said, giving the ISO Speed some time in the WWE. But that was a awesome match. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. That was pulling out the tools and using every weapon was pretty cool. Seeing Paige come back, that was awesome. Seeing Paige come back. Everybody knew Becky Lynch was gonna take the title from AJ Lee.
Everybody except for Gary.
Yeah.
No, I knew. I just went against it because I'm that guy.
Never go against Becky Hogan in a big pay-per-view match.
Exactly.
Before we continue, Jordan, shout out to our OPC Ivan. He said, "What is good, familiar? Happy hump day. Keep rocking hard, baby. Let's go." Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, Ivan, man. Great to have you here. Also, still trying to get you on the show, man. Whenever your schedule's free, and trust me, I know your schedule is super busy, man. We'd love to have you on here for sure. Continue, Jordan.
The Gunther and Seth Rollins match. I knew Gunther was gonna win, and then Breaker came back and speared the shit out of him.
Oh.
Liv Morgan. I'm really not a fan of the video either.
Yeah, no one is.
Oh, you were saying during the video, thinking about
Ah.
it.
Oh, I can only guess.
I heard you and Ryan. I was there.
Yeah. I don't like the video, but I like her though.
There you go.
That's fair.
I'll accept it.
The main event, yeah, I thought Randy was gonna break the record, but yeah, Cody got this one.
Ivan says, glad you're good now, Blaine. Mr. Rock Hard, what is good, Mr. Sensational? Of course, Eli Ross, Sapp, and Triple J, talk to your cousin, please. He needs to do better, and of course, the AIDS that holds it in place. Oh, I love it for sure. And night one wasn't good. I'm sorry for anyone who liked it or whatever. It honestly wasn't good. There was more ads, more commercials than there was wrestling. What's up, Gary?
I was just saying my bad because I liked it because it was my first time.
Well, yeah. For you, it's different, because this was your first time, seeing a live one and whatnot. So I'm kind of excluding you from anyone else that I'm saying about. But yeah, I mean, there was more ads than there was wrestling. I mean, you look at the match total time: 7 minutes, 14, 8 again, 17, 6, and then 22. What is this? I mean,
AEW
awful. AEW type shit. We would have been there till midnight. So the fucking show that.
I think that's how people. I think that's how people are playing it though, because it's like, okay, do we want shorter matches for a pay-per-view and get done sooner, or you want a 7-hour show when you're going to be there for 10 hours plus? I think that's why they were leaning towards the 2 nights in the first place, because even 35 was like damn near 6.5 hours, and that was the last time it was one full show.
And Ivan said it perfectly. He said night one was more commercial than matches. Night two was better match wise. Night one felt rushed. It did. It felt super rushed. And yeah, I mean, you can say, oh, they're trying not to be like, AEW, because they're going on to like midnight, whatnot, every time they're doing a pay-per-view and everything. But I was watching some GCW show, Joey Janela's thing. That shit lasted like 2 a.m. It was all, but I mean, it was to a point. It was 1 a.m. and I'm watching the Sandman wrestle nobody. I mean,
and hell, Joey Janela lost to a 14-year-old.
And that was good though. That was a really good match. Him and Brody.
Brody was fun though.
It was a really good match. I honestly enjoyed that. But yeah, getting back to it, night one, it didn't start off well because I said it last week, and I was kind of piggybacking off like I think it was De Niro was saying the same thing. He was that you're giving the people opportunity to become a wrestling fan, checking out free television on ESPN, and the first match you give them is a 7-minute match with ISO speed in it. That's not necessarily the type of match where you're gonna get someone intrigued or anything like that. I would have started off with the unsanctioned match with Jacob and Drew.
That's what I think that was too, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool seeing ISO Speed getting his WrestleMania moment, whatnot. The unsanctioned match was really good with Jacob and Drew. We'll get to the Raw talk in a sec, but yeah, Jacob now getting his moment with Roman on Raw. Yeah, it was pretty obvious Paige was coming back, being that we were spoiled for it earlier in the day with Nikki not being cleared. But yeah, I do see something like Nikki puts the blame on Paige and they turn on her or whatever. I think it's pretty obvious. The cool tribute to Demolition, who also went into the Hall of Fame, I thought was really cool by Nia and Lash Legend. Yeah, it was pretty obvious Becky was winning. So now it makes you wonder who's going to be the next one going after Becky. I could see something like Jessica Carr. She has done wrestling before in her past, and I think even most recently she did something like Evolve, I think. Mm-hmm. So I could see. So I could definitely see her doing something. Gunther and Seth was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. The nice entrance by Seth, seeing Braun come back, spearing the absolute hell out of Seth. And And then doing it a second time, he pretty much almost missed him the second time, but at the speed he was going, I mean,
good thing he missed him.
Yeah, good thing he missed him. He would have split him in half.
Literally.
Liv and Stephanie, for the feud, it didn't live up for me. And they didn't even give him 7 whole minutes to even get this done. And that's why everyone's saying it felt super rushed. And yeah, Cody beating Randy was a bit of a head scratcher for me. I thought Randy was going to win number 15. I was fully expecting him to win number 15, and I was really let down by that. As Gary was saying, I did like the Jelly Roll spot where he elbow dropped him through the announcer's table, seeing the wood just explode out of the table. I thought was really cool. Seeing Pat come back, being the goofball that he is, the neck brace on, even selling the neck brace spot, days after, because he was at, I think, the Flyers and the Penguins game, and he was still wearing a neck brace. So he was selling it. For a lot of people who didn't like Pat McAfee, he sells it and he loves the business. So that's all I'm going to say about Pat.
My God.
But overall, yeah, it felt super rushed. I'm gonna say exactly what everyone here said. Night 2 was better. And we're going to get to night 2 right now. And we're going to start with a moment that, of course, Gary loved, because it started off with his guy, Obafemi beating Brock Lesnar in only 4 minutes, 46 seconds. He took an F5 from Brock Lesnar, getting right up, choke slamming him, and then fall from grace. Got an unexpected moment, though, at the end of the match where Brock Lesnar, he removed his gloves and his boots and signaled that he was retiring from professional wrestling. He even hugged Paul Heyman. He broke character, shaking hands with all the fans and whatnot going up the ramp. Penta won the 6-pack ladder match to retain the Intercontinental Championship over Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio.
Absolute banger.
Absolutely. Trick Williams became the new United States champion by defeating Sami Zayn. The Demon Finn Balor beat Dominic Mysterio in a street fight. They made it a street fight earlier in that day. Rhea Ripley became the new women's champion by defeating Jade Cargill. Before the main event, of course, we got John Cena back out to announce the night 2 attendance, which was 55,256. They suddenly gained 5,000 more people. I don't know. But then we got a really funny...
Okay, before you get to the funny part, I'm going to add on to that. Was that because of the Danhausen midgets?
Yeah, that was a very, very funny spot. Of course, we got Cena getting interrupted by The Miz and Kit Wilson, and then we all knew it led to Danhausen coming out with a bunch of little people dressed like him. The face paint, everything came out. It was a very, very funny spot. It was a good comedic spot that was needed before the main event. I thought it was really funny seeing Danhausen telling Cena, "You can't see me," and then the big poof of smoke, and then he's still there, and then he runs and goes hide under the ring, and then the other ones were hiding under the ring too. They were carrying the Miz, and then they dropped him on the ramp. And then, of course, the main event was awesome. It led to the OG entrance of Roman Reigns, the ROH theme for CM Punk by AFI, but Roman Reigns getting the better end of CM Punk winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Eli, kick it off, man. What do you think about night 2?
Okay, obviously it started off with Brock Lesnar showing up on ESPN. So, I mean, that was probably a reason why they had it opening night 2 anyway. Having it being a squash and making Oba look like a beast as he should be, perfect ending for Brock. I mean, that's his passing of the torch, honestly. Because I can see Oba just being a complete monster for the next, 5 to 10 years. At least. Damn, because I was hoping to see Brock at SummerSlam in Minneapolis against Gunther, but who knows now? Ladder match at WrestleMania is always going to be great. no matter who's in it. I was kind of rooting for Javon, especially after that cutter that he did to Rusev when Rusev was coming off the ladder. I thought that was great. Penta retaining. I mean, shocked, but good for him. He's been on a great IC title run lately.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what was the other ones? The Rhea winning. Yeah, and I love Jade, but she's even gone on record and saying that her title run was a trial run. So hopefully the next World Championship run that Jade gets, it's going to be worth it. And she even said that she'll be ready the next run that she gets. So props for her. I mean, coming from being TBS champion for the longest time to having her second Mania. I mean, no, second or third, because she was at 40.
Just second.
Second? Because she wasn't on last year?
The first one she tagged with Bianca and Naomi.
Yeah, that was 40.
Yeah, I think this is the second one.
So, I mean, having your second Mania be a title match, I mean, props to her. Let's see. Otherwise, Demon Dominic, I was almost... there were a couple of shots where I thought Dominic was going to pull it off, especially after that 619 that he had with the chair over the head.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would have been it, but then Demon being Demon, that springboard coup de grace like through the table is always top notch. Let's see, what was the other one? I see that. I feel like I'm missing one. Besides the main event.
I was looking at past Manias, and that was her third WrestleMania. She beat Naomi.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
yeah,
but
last year.
Still, I thought she did great. Let's see. Otherwise, night 2. I mean, obviously, it was a great show. Oh, I had to laugh for Trick because of that entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, props to him for winning the title, even though like majority of us probably picked Trick over Sammy anyway, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to have a great title run. Hopefully we finally get him against Carmelo for the title. I'm seeing a lot of memes of like people like walking with the whole roller of like toilet paper running behind them and thinking that it's the Trick entrance. And then main event wasn't Roman disqualified?
I mean, should have been. I mean,
it
wasn't. It wasn't.
For the steel steps part. Any other match should be you, isn't it?
Yeah, it should have been.
But then seeing Roman go straight to the camera and just being like, "I'm Roman Reigns. They're not going to call it or whatever." It's like, okay, yeah, they're going to let stuff slide now.
Yeah.
And then the low blow by Punk, I almost thought the referee caught that, honestly.
Yeah.
And then Roman finally taking care of Punk. And I mean, I hope he said like during the post show that his run is going to be through summer.
Yeah.
So, and the way that him and Oba were going back and forth on the post show, I'm kind of rooting for that to be at SummerSlam.
I hope so.
Otherwise, yeah, overall, night 2, great, always.
Did Gary just bail on us?
Gary, all right, Blaine, did you watch night 2?
I haven't watched any matches on.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry. I had to go deal with something really quick.
Boo.
Yeah, but I haven't watched any matches on night 2. I watch all highlights. my favorite match by far was the IC ladder match. That was a great match with a lot of great spots. My favorite spot was the Mexican destroyer on the
Oh
ladder.
yeah.
That was my
Yeah, that
favorite
was
spot of
sick.
the night. My second favorite spot was the West Coast Pop on the ladder on Rusev with Rey Mysterio. So
Yeah.
that was a great match, man. At first I was like, why the fuck is Rusev in the match? Is he the only one that doesn't fly? But
Yeah.
they made do with it, so they did great with it. Uh, Trick Williams, Eli said, everybody knew he was gonna win. So that's one of the matches you could have put on the free hour.
Oh,
You,
hell yeah.
Exactly.
you didn't really have to have that on the main card, on the pay per view. What I guess. Um,
Hell, I would have had Oba and Brock going after the ladder match.
Yeah.
Like, have Trick and Sammy instead of Oba and Lesnar, and then the ladder match, and then Oba and Lesnar.
yeah. I guess I can finally say I was wrong. Y'all didn't get pissed off. I had Brock winning over Oba, but I did not see that squash coming. That was good. It was good. He came in squashing people, and then he went out getting squashed. So that was good for the fans and good for Oba. Uh, what other matches is there, man? I'm losing the blank. Besides the main event.
Trick and Sammy, Finn, Dom, and Rhea
Oh
Jade.
yeah. Well, we all knew the Demon was gonna win. I think he only lost once or twice as the Demon.
Twice, I think.
Twice,
Yeah.
yeah.
He rarely loses as the Demon, so we all knew and it was fucking Dominic Mysterio. I'm fucking ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. Ain't no way Dom should be the one to beat the Demon. Jade, we kind of knew that was coming. We knew her run was going to end sooner or later. I'm just happy it ended now because it was a okay run. They didn't really do nothing with her. So like Eli said, I hope her next run she's ready and she's gonna do some damage. And then the main event, my dog Roman, put your ones up. My dog Roman with the OG theme and everything. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but he was trash talking to her the whole match. It was a video that surfaced earlier, but he was just talking shit the whole match while he beating him up. Hey, at first, I didn't really like Roman because I thought they was forcing him on us like they did Charlotte back in the day. What they doing with Becky. How they just forcing them on him, but he embraced it and he overcame that, and now all the fans love him. So I'm glad he won. So I think Punk is gonna eventually get the title back, but he's gonna get the one from Cody.
All right, swinging back down to Gary. I mean, obviously, we all said night 2 was a lot better, and of course, it kicked off with your guy, who I still think you had the most hilarious rant last week about Oba. I actually pieced together like the whole rant. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. What you think about night 2, man?
I loved it. You know, I don't want to keep harping on the same topic, although I seem to do that a lot. But the fact that it was my first WrestleMania ever, I had a blast watching night 2. There was only one match that I did not care about at all. I was happy about everything else. So kicking it off with Oba versus Brock. I mean, it's exactly what I asked for last week. They went for, 4, almost 5 minutes. It wasn't an instant one slam done thing, but, I mean, the Brock Lesnar retiring thing was definitely a shock, but I think it was really cool because Oba stood his ground and just, for the past month now, every week, Heyman, I forgot his first name for some reason.
Paul.
Paul Heyman has been everyone's scared of Brock. They're not going to get in the ring. And then he walked up and he got in the ring right in front of Brock's face and knocked him over the top rope and stuff. And then they just they kept going head to head, and Paul Heyman kept trying to sell it as like Oba's scared of Brock because everyone else is scared of Brock, and Oba stood his ground and just beat the ever living shit out of him. And I loved that match. It was exactly what I wanted from Oba, to see him, hopefully have a very good career in the WWE and stuff. So I think they started off really well. I was super hyped with that. And I mean, like you said, he's my guy. So I was happy to see the person that I wanted to win actually win. Also, while you were going over all the matches, I muted my mic and I typed them all down so that I have the list in front of me.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have to keep asking you what the matches are. The ladder match was actually really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Kind of like what Blaine had said. I kind of missed like the end part of Eli's what he was saying, so I'm not sure if he talked about this, but to go off of what Blaine said, when Penta grabbed the big head McDonough and just slammed him into the fucking ladder, dude, like did the backflip, and I was like, man, that was insane. Like I loved the whole match. I know we knew it was between Javon and Penta winning, but we weren't like quite sure which way it was gonna lean. I'm happy to see that Penta retained. I think he is a cool wrestler. I want to see him have a good run with the title. But I wouldn't have been disappointed if Javon would have come out as the winner either. I was happy for either one. We knew it wasn't going to be any of the other four, so I was like, as long as it's one of them two, I'm happy.
Man, I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't like the fact how now that he pushing Javon back in the back burner, now that Ethan Page fucking debut. That's crazy. Just because he's black, I know.
Well, I was gonna say I agree, but you beat me to it, so.
Kind of bit your tongue with that one, huh?
Yeah. He's like, now that Ethan Page debuted, I was about to say I agree, and then he said that end part, and I was like, well, fuck me, dude. I'm not going there.
I'm joking, man.
No, I know, but I do agree that it sucks that they had the debut last night on Raw, or not last night, sorry. I keep forgetting today's Wednesday. Monday on Raw, and then they had like their little beef or whatever. Because I think Javon, I didn't like him at first. I told Dylan because of like how crazy he is, and he like grabs the camera, and like I wasn't a huge fan, but he's growing on me. I do like him now. Going to the Trick Williams Sami Zayn match, that is the only one that I was saying I didn't care. I like kind of like we predicted last week. Dylan had made a comment about one of the matches, night one, being is like, this is when I'm going to go clean up and like do chores and shit match. That was kind of like the Trick Williams Sami Zayn match for me. I wasn't interested in it, so I was not paying attention at all.
Popcorn match.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I honestly, if it wasn't for listening to you guys talk about it, I didn't even know who won because I honestly did not give a shit. I didn't watch it, so I can't really talk about it because I don't know what happened. So Dominic versus the Demon, though, that was the first time I've ever seen the Demon, and to see it live like that, and also I'm not a fan of Dom, so like seeing him just get absolutely dumpstered, that was awesome. I'll raise a fist to you, Blaine. we both don't like Dom. Yeah. I loved that match, and then afterwards he was talking and he like kind of called out Big Head McDonough again. It was like he's my next target. I'm excited to see that where that goes because I know Finn is like definitely upset about what happened with the whole getting kicked out of Judgment Day and the way it all kind of happened and fell apart, and also to bring back a kickback from like 2 months ago. Justice for Finn. Hashtag justice for Finn. So the Rhea and Jade match, honestly, my favorite part of that match was when Io Sky came out and like stopped. Is she the one that has like B-Fab and whatever with her?
Yeah.
Jade,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. When Io came out and like started kicking butt and stuff, man, I don't know. I love Io Sky. I think she's awesome. So I'm sure Dylan could tell you because every time she does her little like kip up thing where then she does like the front flip off of her forehead or off of her head and then starts like stomping around. I'm like, man, I love that girl. She's awesome. So yeah, I thought that was cool. I'm glad that Rhea won. I'm happy for her. And I kind of want to see where Io is going to go from here because it seems like she keeps getting shafted, and a lot of it is due to Rhea, I feel. And then the CM Punk Roman Reigns match, I honestly kind of like CM Punk, and I would have liked to have seen him win. I know we all knew he was not going to win, but I would have liked to have seen him win because I just, I like him over Roman personally. But Roman has grown on me too. I'm not, like I don't dislike him nearly as much as I did previously, like before WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania definitely like opened my eyes to, like now I have an open mindset going towards a lot of these wrestlers that, I didn't know a lot of the storyline and I just didn't like them because of XYZ reason. And now I have like a little bit of meat and potatoes to go with my reasoning why I like someone or don't like someone or whatever. So, yeah, overall, definitely enjoyed this night over night one. But I mean, I enjoyed the whole event. I got to spend it with some awesome people. I went to Dylan's house both nights with my new fiance, and we hung out with him and his wife and his brother, and Jordan was there. And like,
Don't forget me.
I could not forget you, Jordan. Man, I fucking love Jordan. He is awesome. But no, I mean, I hung out with some awesome people, ate some awesome food, watched an awesome event for the very first time. I overall just had a really, really good weekend.
Jordan?
Bro, you still didn't tell me you should have a friend.
Oh, shit.
I need to ask her for you, Blade. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Hey, I like Canadians too.
I got you. I'm gonna talk to her tonight after the show, and I'll get back to you.
Blaine's all about those Maple Leafs.
No,
I feel it.
not like
Jordan?
The Oba and Brock match, man, that was a squash match, but yeah, that was Oba's a beast.
Yeah.
The ladder match, man, that was a banger. Seeing breaking the ladders and hanging from the belt, like who was it? Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Trick Williams. Yeah, we knew that he was gonna win the belt over Sammy. Seeing
made me think of something about the ladder match that I didn't bring up. Sorry, Jordan. I didn't mean to cut you off. You just made me think of it when Rusev was like climbing the ladder and then Javon got on the top ropes and fucking jumped and he had like this face like, oh my god, and then he like jumps off the ladder towards Javon. That part was awesome and hilarious all at the same time.
And of course, we got our guy Tim King in the building. What's going on, TK? Excited, like I told De Niro, and I tell you also, I am extremely excited to join you guys. I am watching AEW on my phone right now. I will give Blaine a play-by-play of AEW to let him know what's going on the rest of the show.
you must want to get tested up tonight.
I am sorry though, Jordan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right, Gary.
Don't let that ever happen again.
You're off the show.
Mute this guy.
Move this man.
Go, George.
The demon, and Dominic. Yeah, seeing the Finn Balor like that's pretty awesome with the paint and all that. The Rhea match. Yeah, I like Jade Cargill, but I think Rhea deserved it back.
Damn,
And
man.
then and
Well,
then
there's your answer.
Shit. Okay, I tried.
and then the Roman then the Roman match. Yeah, it was a good match with, and then seeing CM Punk like fall on the floor like after I saw the video. That was, but the whole match was pretty good.
So yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious. Night 2, a lot better, for sure. Kicking off with what the fuck is going on?
Sorry, that's me.
Oh, I thought I was just playing like a sound clip over.
No.
talking.
That was
Yeah.
notifications. I turned it all the way down.
I got you. But I mean, this guy's a star. I mean, when you have the entire 55,000 plus doing his walk as he's walking to the ring, I mean, that shows you right there. This man's a star, and they are building him like a star. Even the post show calling out Roman Reigns right after Roman wins the world title. That's a star right there. And I think they're going to continue building this guy. And he's going to win world titles. He's going to have long world title reigns. And I think you need to strap the rocket to this guy right now. Put some sort of gold on him. Even if it's not a world title just yet, that he needs gold around his waist. The ladder match was fantastic. I mean, spot after spot. It was a spot fest, and that's something that you look forward to for a ladder match, is seeing this spot, seeing that spot, seeing the ladder break, seeing the Mexican Destroyer, seeing someone hanging from the belts. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is a spot fest, and that's all a ladder match is good for, but it's good spots, and it's spots that people enjoy. Trick and Sammy, yeah, it was a match I truly didn't care for, to be honest. I knew that Trick hopefully was going to win. Thank God he did. Seeing the Demon come back after a few years was really cool. And seeing the coup de grace on the table was a cool spot as well. Rhea winning the title was good. I mean, Jade did not have the best reign with it. I wouldn't say it's her fault because, she doesn't book her own matches, unfortunately. And yeah, I think Roman and Punk was easily one of the best of the night. I mean, from the entrances, like I said, seeing the OG theme come back, seeing Punk do his whole Ring of Honor theme, and seeing the highlights of his career and whatnot, and then going straight into a Cult of Personality. It was a great match. It was one that you would describe as a cinema, and I thought it was really good. Yeah, I think, like I said, night 2 easily squashed night 1. It had a better vibe to it, didn't feel as rushed, and I thought it was very, very good. So that I can at least try to focus a little bit on AEW, so I can have some knowledge for the AEW show tonight that I'm being on. We'll quickly get to Raw after Mania, and I just want to know from all of you, did it live up to the expectations of a Raw after Mania? We got a couple NXT debuts. We had a return of the Street Profits. We had Ethan Page winning against Javon Evans. We kind of touched on that a little while ago. We saw Blaine's girl actually make her main roster debut. At first, I didn't know if it was a main roster debut, but she put on social media, thanking NXT and whatnot. She had a horrible spot in that match with Zarya last night, hitting her head on the table going down. So thankfully she's all right. But now it sets up to what SmackDown can offer us. I know that we're expecting some NXT debuts as well on SmackDown. So, like I said, we'll quickly run to Raw after Mania. Just give your thoughts and whatnot. Eli, what do you think about Raw after Mania? Did it live up to the hype for you?
Honestly, well, with being the Raw after Mania, it seems like it has to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, besides the 2 debuts and the Profits coming back, no, not really. It just seemed like another Raw. Like, it was great seeing Ethan Page debut and seeing Ruka getting her Raw debut against a world champion. I mean, I can see her getting a title run soon.
She better.
By the way, Breaker's promo on Rollins was great.
Yeah.
So there was a couple like, oh yeah, you're back, but not really like that shock value of a Raw after Mania. Like we didn't get, Roman. Well, besides the Bloodline getting back together at the very end and having Jacob challenge Roman to Backlash, but anything after that was like nothing really. Like we didn't get like Dwayne showing up and challenging Roman for WrestleMania 43 like we did with Rock Cena after WrestleMania 28 or 27 for 28. But no, I thought it was for a Raw after Mania, like there were a few great spots, but no, it just seemed like another Raw.
Gary?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know, what to expect. I know you said that the Raw after Mania usually is like super good, like, way better than the rest, but since this is my first time, I didn't really know what to expect from a Raw after Mania. I do agree with Eli though. Like, I mean, from the Raws that I have seen, like there was some exciting stuff, but it kind of just felt like another normal Monday Night Raw. Like there didn't really feel like anything special or anything to be, like hype out of the ordinary with or anything. So, I mean, was I glad I watched it? Yeah, I hung out with you and I watched it and it was a good time, but it just kind of felt like a normal Raw to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Blaine?
It did not live up to the hype. It was just another Raw. You would have more firepower than that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Street Profits, but you probably need some. We needed some bigger returns, in my opinion. Hell, Paige returned over the weekend, and then they had her in the stands on Monday. Should have gave her you should have gave her a promo or something to welcome her back. They did it over the weekend with Royce Keys. He won the Battle Royal, and they didn't like do nothing with him. They had him in the stands as well.
Yeah.
It's like it just felt like a regular Monday night. Now they tried to salvage it with Jacob Fatu and Roman, but it was too far gone by then.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was another Raw.
Jordan?
Yeah, it was like a normal Raw. I agree with y'all, but seeing like Blaine's girl Soruka was awesome. Seeing Ethan Page and then the promo with Breaker was awesome. So it was like a normal or Raw.
Yeah, I mean, to me also, it didn't really live up to the hype for me as well. It seemed like normal. It was nice seeing the little debuts like Soruka, Ethan Page, and whatnot. Seeing the return to Street Profits. It didn't necessarily go crazy for me, but it also means they didn't just take it out of Vegas, stop going back to Vegas. The crowd in Vegas was awful. But now it leaves up to SmackDown. I'm believing we're getting more debuts over there. I'm thinking maybe like a Ricky Saints, maybe a Blake Monroe could debut as well. So I'll be checking out SmackDown on Friday. But I also don't like that they're pushing Jacob into the world title picture already and against Roman, who just won the world title, who knows that he's not going to lose. So I don't like the fact that Jacob has to take an L already to Roman.
They doing what they did with Jey Uso before they formed the bloodline.
That's just lazy booking, and it's not something I'm interested in. I for one do think that Jacob is a mega star, and I think he's going to win a lot of world titles, just like Oba will. But I just don't like that they're pushing him into this already. Let him do something else But really, right now, what booking do you have other than pushing Jacob into that and recycling an old storyline? I don't know. But I do agree with all y'all. It just seemed like a normal Raw to me. Not that Raw after Mania vibe like we've gotten after years of WrestleMania and whatnot. So, but I am looking forward to SmackDown, seeing what they have as far as debuts and returns and whatnot. Seeing if they actually do better than Raw after Mania, which is the bigger show in my opinion after WrestleMania. But that will do it for this live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, to the chat for being great as always. Of course, to our guest Eli for coming back, hanging out with us after being out a couple weeks. Of course, we do appreciate you for coming to hang out with us. Doors always open, like I always said. Eli, where can we find you on social media?
Over at Facebook, Eli Myers.
Nice. Gary.
Find me on Facebook, Gary Fondo, or on X. Gary.
He's waiting for it to come back around.
04. No, I was not. I knew it. Eli, it's always awesome to hang out with you, man. I'm glad that you're here.
You as well, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, and you can find me here on the show once a week, hanging out with these guys.
Blaine?
You can find me in this damn wheelchair for the next couple months at _Arsenal_ on Facebook. I mean on X. You can find me at Blaine Arsenal on Facebook.
Jordan?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
That's right. You can find me at _Ace of Elite. You can find the podcast at World Elite Pod. Instagram also at World Elite Pod. As far as next week, it's still up in the air. I thought about taking the week off and let's kind of recharge our batteries after Mania. If something big happens, maybe we'll come back on next week. But that's only if something like groundbreaking happens from now to next week. So if that is decided, I will update everyone on social media for next week's plans for sure. We do have merch and we do have a new shirt. We have Gary's little saying from last week about being Bailey's Danhausen. So it is on our merch site right now that you can go in and check that out. Link is in the description of this video. As far as our sponsors, affiliates, also in description. You can find all of our audio on all major audio platforms. Whenever you're done here, or if you're multitasking, checking out the AEW Watch Party over at Circle of Debate, go and check them out and tune in tonight, 9:30 Central. All Elite Dirt Sheet and me, TK, and De Niro will be doing all things AEW Dynamite. But that is it. Once again, Eli, thank you for coming on and talking some WrestleMania with us, Raw after Mania. To the core four here, thank y'all for a great show as always. And to everyone watching, thank you. Enjoy the week of wrestling. There's still a lot more to go this week. And we'll possibly be back next week. I will update everyone on social media. But until then, y'all have a great week, and we'll see y'all next time.